There was a study out of Emory University. They surveyed over 3,000 married couples trying to figure out what actually correlates with divorce. And what they discovered was very interesting. So on the surface, right, they found that lower cost weddings were linked to lower divorce rates, and higher cost weddings were linked to higher divorce rates. But they didn't stop there, and when you zoom in on the numbers, it get even more revealing. And engagement rings were a big part of the story. Spending under $500 on an engagement ring was linked to higher divorce rates within some groups, because it signaled lack of intention, a lack of effort, or a lack of seriousness. But spending between $2,000 to $4,000 showed even greater risk of divorce. And they said that this angle usually signals performative spending. It's not grounded, it's not intentional, it's just enough to look right to other people. But the highest risk of them all were people that spent $20,000 or more on their wedding. This is where the risk spiked more than anything. And they said the reason is because now the wedding becomes a production, a spectacle, and the status move. But the most important findings, it had nothing to do with pricing. The biggest things they discovered is that higher income couples have the lowest divorce risk, followed by couples who regularly attend religious services, and by couples who have a child together. It's not because the children keep them together, but the data showed that it added structure, alignment, and shared direction. On the flip side, big gaps in age or education had a very high risk of divorce. But what leads to the highest risk of divorce, and this may be surprising to some people, is people that prioritize looks when choosing a significant other. And they said that this showed that people are building lifelong decisions off temporary things. So if you take a step back and look at the pattern, you will see that the strongest marriages in the study, they weren't just cheap. They were lower cost, had strong community presence. Now you could spend $500 and fail, you could spend $50,000 and fail. But if your relationship is built on image, pressure, misalignment, and short-term thinking, don't be surprised when it doesn't last. People always ask how much should they spend on these things, when the real question should be, what does your spending say about you? Because a lot of people, they aren't preparing for a marriage today. They're preparing for a moment that they can post.
Winter is coming, but it is always summer at Big Grace Beach Club.